So yesterday I had the opportunity to use a Uber. Let me call it Uber or InDrive. Here in Zimbabwe we call it InDrive. So there are companies that does that you need to register to, so that you can be part of them. So we have InDrive here in Zimbabwe. We have Bolt. We have Tap and Go. Tap and Go is the newest company so far, and it's trending so far. So this guy, what I did is I was at my home. I downloaded the application. I used InDrive. Let me talk about InDrive. I used InDrive, then I logged into the application. After logging into the application, what I did is it sent you a verification code to confirm that the number that you're using is yours. Then from them, I just went there, and then it told me to then I put the location I was going to join a city, and I told this $2.50 from where I am staying. And you know what? There's an option I can subtract to say I have $1.50. I have $3.50. I can add or you can subtract the amount. So I had the opportunity to do that. And within a few minutes, I can see on the map, alright, my nearest taxis are around my location in the app. Then after that, you just tap, you find the offer. Then you see my drivers are pop up which phase. And I want to tell you within 5 minutes, and I was on my way to town. So I asked this driver, I was very curious, are they making money? What are the challenges that they are facing as my InDrive drivers? And he said, to register for InDrive, you just need your phone and your car, and make sure that you are using a fuel saver. And this guy, I've been using this InDrive for quite a long, and I've seen that they are using fuel savers. They are using my Honda Fit. Those are the main cars that I'm actually seeing. Registering, you just register online. You just need your license, you just need your ID and some verification that you need to do. Then you are good to go, and your master guide. Then you connect it to your InDrive account. Then after registering that, you are good to go. So how much does InDrive actually charge you for using the application or for registering to the application? He said to me they only charge 10%. Just see, in a day that you make $100, after making $100, InDrive only takes 10%, which means on that 10%, if you make $100, you have $90. Then InDrive only takes $10. So which means this driver, it's an assumption. He told me he makes around plus or minus $300 a week. Plus or minus $300 a week, which means in a space of a month he makes around 1,000 plus. And he said that he's got other cars that he actually employed his friends to use for InDrive. And he said in each and every year I buy 2 cars from the money that I make on InDrive. So we are saying this is another brilliant idea that you can consider to do when you come here to Zimbabwe. All you need is just a specific a car which is a fuel saver. Please don't use those big cars that cost fuels for that the cost of fuel is very expensive. So this is another business idea that you can just consider when you want to come back to Zimbabwe. And one advantage of this business idea is that you work when you want. Apana timetable yekuti you need to start bus at 7 a.m. wozopedza basa na 5 p.m. chero kada kuenda matrips aunoda ndiwe. And kana pa location nauri, you just need your data kuti uone kuti which customers are requesting for transport for that period. So it's something that you just need to consider, and it's a very good business idea. So another second business idea that I once made a video showing people about chicken making or selling broilers. Here in Zimbabwe, this is another business that you need to consider. One advantage of this business is you don't need employees. You can just do it on your own. You just buy your chicken, you're just doing it at your own home. You just need panochengeterwa huku. So one expense you can do is to build a shelter yekuchengetera huku idzodzo. But everything else you can do it on your own. You need to buy my food. We have starters, we have grower, we have finisher, and then you just need the chickens. But when you want to do this business, I've seen a lot of people recommending that you need to start small. Don't start with big amounts of chickens. Don't start my chickens and 50, what only 100 up a beginner, because the huku zinofa. That is another disadvantage. Huku zinofa. But here in Zimbabwe, considering this, I've seen a lot of people that are doing this chicken business. And if you are good someone, we could wagona kuchengeta huku zako, and you meet an audience ya unenga uchida vanu, they start to trust you. And one thing that you need to know to do is to use supplements for this chicken. One thing Zimbabweans are good at is recognizing the taste huku yakapwa a supplement, an antibiotic or an anti whatsoever. So you need to do your thing the natural way. There are some people that are using some supplements so that their chickens can grow fast, but that one can cause you to lose customers, because Zimbabweans are good. But what it tastes, this one was done naturally and this one is an artificial chicken. So you need to consider that. So you can start small from 25, then you can find your target audience. There are people my restaurants. I'll come to that as a business. There are people that are actually doing my businesses in my restaurants. And if you grow your audience, if you start small, then you keep doing that, definitely people are going to trust you, and you find yourself that you'll be doing this business. We should not look at 20. There's a school that needs that. There are certain group that say, guys, we need that whole bunch of chicken. So that is another business to consider. Then let's move on to another third group. The other third group, there is gas refilling business. Nowadays, I once made a video telling people that in Zimbabwe, electricity is one of the most biggest challenges that you can ever face when you come here to Zimbabwe. And I can say that 99% of houses or homes that are here in the urban, they actually use gases. So one thing about gas refilling, there are people who don't know when gas refilling, but Zimbabwe mugeto muyamengoti munandoisa pagedhe gas rake akuita zvokutengesa gas. That disadvantage of that is that kanzuru muno muZimbabwe inokutsoma. But if you are someone who want to take risk, you can start with that. Because definitely you are going to know those guys when how come you are doing this illegally. But as someone who wants to start something, I advise you to start at your home. Then you just do that. But you can also start a company. But starting a company is very expensive because you need to start from somewhere. So just start it locally, because I also work on gases. You just do the gas refilling company. You have got an LP gas. People, they've my brains, gas companies that are attracted. If you say to yourself, gas is company, other people say gas are guy. So there are some trusted companies. You go there, you just buy that big tank gas, then you go there and fill. You just need that big tank gas, you just need the scale. You weigh gas rako. I would have filled 1 kg, wafile that same kg. So that is another thing that you can do. You need to consider that. That is another paying business. Then if you grow from there, you start growing from them, then you can say, now you can start a big company, you can now register, but you just need to start small. Then another thing, let's move on to another paying business ideas that I've seen here in Zimbabwe. There are people who actually do shema detergents, right? This one, you can watch videos on making detergents on internet. It's very simple. You go internet, you see, watch how to make detergents. I have my friend who is doing that. I would try to convince her so that she can teach people how to make detergents. Detergents include my place aid. We know with my detergents, my liquid soap my place. There's some this one's a foam bath, but that one is a foam bath light. It seems like foam bath, but it's a homemade detergent. Foam bath. So if you do this business of making detergents, you can make them at home. One advantage about that, you can make them at home, because if I go to Copacabana, there my detergents and they are very cheap. 1 liter so $1, and you ask yourself, but why is this a 1 liter detergent is costing $1? It's because it's actually cheap, and you just need to buy the raw materials and make them at your homes. Then you also want to buy the containers for using. For filling, for putting your detergent. So that's another business idea that you can actually consider to do here in Zimbabwe. Then there's airtime selling. Okay, airtime selling is not that profitable, but one advantage of airtime selling is that when you do airtime selling, business you always have cash. You can earn a profit of $3. Because if you order ATM $40, I don't know, $37, which means you can have a profit of $3. But it's a business that you are always having cash at hand. Because one another cash, one wakawanda. One another ATM is a business. If you go to town, one another things ATM, there are plenty of them. So you need also to do that. Then if you're someone who wants to venture into traveling, what I call this, you could take some farm produce. Have madomasi, my veggie. If you go, one thing about me now, I know that around 5 p.m. if you go Copacabana, you are definitely going to find my products are cheaper. And they go to Mbari early in the morning. I want to tell you, in Copacabana, if I want my tomatoes, I go there and buy my tomatoes $1 a plate. So my question is, when I want to buy mangani. But if you go Muscat, you know to normal $1.50, but $30 manero. So you need to also to make sure that you do this. If you are comfortable with this, you can do that. You go Kumbari, you go to the local, whatever town you be living in, you go there with no order. Then manero you come pane pasi sina cancel, because during the day the advantage they could cancel inenge chitotso maban jekutodaro, but during the evening akusisina cancel, and a lot of people want to think ma oranges, ma apples, ma pear, a lot of things. Actually, people were not young at that time. So, guys, these are some of the business ideas that you need to consider. Maybe you're in Zimbabwe, or you are deciding to relocate to Zimbabwe. All you need is just a few capital, because if you see this business is somebody, my capital is $200 or more. You just need a few capital, just a little capital. Then you start that business. If you love my content, if you have another question, you can leave them in the comment section so that I follow. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to support me by liking and by also